There was nothing else at all in the whole world but football.
It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. Come on, guys. You can't help but get hyped for this one. I'm going big. I'm going enthusiastic and I'm going optimistic on this one. I'm going to go for the exact same scoreline that I did against Scotland, but I think we're going to smash Ukraine 4-1. Yeah, I think it's going to be a thrilling game, especially from an England's point of view. It's going to be great. And it's going to be the road to football coming home, guys. You can just see it now. Just seeing that Denmark have got through to the semi. So if we do beat Ukraine, which we should, but if we don't, then it'll be Ukraine versus Denmark. But like I said, we should be facing Denmark next Wednesday at Wembley. And my God, what a chance that gives us to get to the final. And I'm guessing we'll face Italy. However, it will be a big test for Italy going up against Spain. Spain aren't quite the formidable unit that we're used to seeing from Spain, especially in recent tournaments. However, Spain is Spain, so I wouldn't write them off at all. So yeah, let's just have a look at the lineup for England. Pickford in goal, no surprise there. Walker at right back, Stones, Maguire, and Shaw in what is essentially the sort of tried and trusted back four for England pretty much throughout this tournament. So it's good to see that Southgate stuck to that. And it's fared us pretty well. Then we've got Rice and Phillips, again, very much relied upon, very much trusted to do a job in front of that back four and just screen that back four. And they've been absolutely fantastic. You can't fault them at all. The only sort of issue I have with those is that they're both on yellow cards, so it could be a bit of a risk. But however, they got those yellow cards early in that game against Germany, and it didn't phase them at all. So hopefully, it's not going to phase them in this match. Then we've got Mount in front of them, which I'm really excited about because he gives you a lot of directness and he's just really powerful going forward. So I'm really excited to see Mount there, and he's just pacey as hell as well. And speaking of pace, the front three is full of that. We've got Sterling and Sancho on the wings and Kane up front. So hopefully this is going to really trouble Ukraine. And that's why I've given that 4-1 prediction, just because that the front four of Mount, Sancho, Kane, and Sterling to me is just terrifying, and I think it's going to terrify the hell out of Ukraine. I'm hoping anyway. We've been let down before with England, so I'm not going to hold my breath too much. But at the same time, yeah, I'm not the only one that expects England to win this. I'm sure a lot of us do. But yeah, excited about this. 4-1 England. Let's bring it home. Come on! It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. Yes, guys. Yes, it certainly is. I thought, what an apt way to start the podcast just by singing the song that we're all singing right now. It's the song that I was singing at the start of the prediction. It's the song that I'm going to be singing at the start of the reaction. It's the song that I'm probably going to be singing all the way to the final. However, I know we've got a big test up against Denmark on Wednesday, so we've got to be careful. We shouldn't take them for granted. They are a great, great side. But yeah, I was very close with my prediction there. I was perhaps a little bit generous to Ukraine, awarding them that goal. I don't know why I said Ukraine would get a goal, because our defensive record in this tournament has been absolutely brilliant. We haven't conceded a goal yet, and I don't know why I thought Ukraine were the ones to break that record. But yeah, quite silly of me to sort of overlook that. But we have been fantastic defensively, and I think this game we were so good. It's easily obviously it's easily the best performance of our tournament so far. And you could argue that, Ukraine, they didn't really give us much of a test. But however, we've slipped up so many times against similar opposition in similar tournaments. So it's brilliant to see that we're taking these challenges and we're absolutely rising to these challenges and playing extremely well. It wasn't like you sometimes get these games where you win 3-0, 4-0, and it's kind of just a ground out performance, maybe just a load of goals from set pieces, although we did get 2 goals from set pieces. But the difference with this is that when we played with the ball and when we played um, on the ground, we were so dangerous. I think Sancho, a lot of the ratings that he's got have been sort of 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10s, but I think he was really good. I think he gave us something else. He possibly could have given a bit more. I think um, his final ball wasn't great a lot of the times, but I would actually stick with Sancho just because what he gives you is just so much sort of evil and devil up front, just going for them, taking them on. Saka does the same thing as well. So can you imagine a front three of Saka and Sancho on either flank? But however, if you were to do that, then you'd have to leave out Sterling, which it would be a crazy, crazy thing to do right now because the man is flying. The man's been playing like a man possessed. He's been absolutely brilliant. And Kane, great to see that he got 2 goals. It was unfortunate he didn't get his hat trick, but yeah, still a fantastic performance from him. He's played really well. What I like from the Southgate side is this sort of composed, controlling nature of almost choking out the opposition and just sort of really, using the patience to great effect, but just really squeezing the opposition out of the game. And it's been brilliant. And when we do take our opportunities, we don't just sort of dawdle for the sake of dawdling. um we are patient, and then when we do attack, it's with intent, it's with great intent, and we go forward and we go for the jugular. We really attack those spaces. So it's been brilliant to see. And there's one thing I have to say about Southgate is I think after that Scotland game, I'm sure I'm not the only one, there was a lot of people that had their doubts after that game, but he's really changed my opinion. I loved him during the World Cup. I think what he's done to sort of get the harmony of the squad, and it's a word a lot of people use, and it might be a bit of a cliche, but there's no better way to describe what he's done to this squad, and it's absolutely give just total harmony to that squad. They play without fear. They play without the shirt weighing them down. Because as an England fan for about 25 years, I've been talking about this with friends all the time, is how much it appears that that shirt is cursed, how much it appears that that shirt is just weighing those players down. And I think a lot of that comes down to the sort of factions that were there before, and the amount of sort of division that was there before, because there's a lot of players playing for rival clubs. However, Southgate has just managed to completely turn that on its head. And it's the harmony again. I know it's an annoying word because I'll probably keep using it over and over, but the harmony is absolutely fantastic within the squad, and we play 100% as a team. It's the first time in a long time that I've seen it. We started to see shades of it in the World Cup, and we did play really well as a team. But I would say it was possibly about 80% where we were sort of playing as a sort of single unit, whereas now it's 100%, especially in the last game just now gone against Ukraine. We played completely all on the same page, and it's absolutely brilliant to see. There's no egos, there's no sort of attitude from any of the players in the squad. There's absolutely no attitude from those youngsters, and it's brilliant to see, and it puts us in great stead for the semi-final against Denmark. I think it's going to be an interesting game. I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a lot closer than Ukraine was. But I think we should have enough. I think we might even go with a back three, just because it gives us a bit of protection. Because I think what Denmark like to do is hit on the counter, and I think we just need to be a bit wary of that. And with the back three, it was something that I wasn't too keen on before, but now the way that we played against Germany with that back three. it's so assured, it's so comfortable, and the sort of chemistry between Walker, Stones, and Maguire is absolutely fantastic. So I've got no problems with us going for a back three, and I think it's the right system to use going against Denmark, because we can just sort of choke them out, not allow them to hit us on the counter, not allow the likes of Marla, and a lot of their other sort of attacking players like Martin Braithwaite to sort of get up there and sort of hit us on the counter. So I think what we should do is just try to choke that game out. I think even if we do play as a back four, I'd be quite happy with that as well, because the biggest component, I think the biggest two players for us that have been so great, and we obviously didn't have them for the World Cup, is Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice. And they've made such a major contribution, such a major improvement for this England side since they've come in. And I think they're the ones that are going to be the difference makers on Wednesday. So they're two players to, obviously, I'm pretty sure all England fans are keeping an eye out on, but for the neutrals, keep an eye out on Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips. And it was so unlucky for Rice not to score what would have been an absolute screamer. Kane had a nice opportunity to score a volley, a screamer of a volley as well, but unfortunately it didn't go in. Right, guys, that's pretty much it for me. I'm sorry I've rambled on for a long time. I don't know how long this is going to be, but yeah, it's one that I'm just so excited about. So I could talk about it until the cows come home. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's great with Southgate. You cannot deny what he's done for this England side, and he's been absolutely fantastic. He's fantastic. I don't know what that word was, which came out of my mouth. It was supposed to be fantastic. He has been fantastic. Fantastic sounds, it's quite apt for a football podcast. He has been fantastic, and it's been brilliant to see how he has just got us back-to-back semi-finals. That's so many managers that were expected to do much better. Fabio Capello, I'm looking at you. You were expected to do great things for England and you didn't manage him. And now Gareth Southgate, a lot of people had their doubts about him when he came in, and they've had their doubts about him all the way through his tenure as England manager. But the guy has delivered. And, even if we don't get through to the final, I think this man deserves a lot of respect on his name. I'm hoping, and we should get through to the final. But the fact that we've got to two back-to-back semi-finals at a World Cup and a Euros, that's what an achievement. But I think the guy can do more, and I think this England outfit can do more, and I think we can bring it home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. Woo, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to the Triple F. If you could please drop a like on our Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow us on Twitter, that would be massively appreciated. Hope you're all keeping safe, and thanks again for listening to the Triple F.